Hugh Kellenberger here, Dustin Dopirak, coming to you from the United Center. If you look over my right shoulder, you can see John Paxson.
The great John Paxson.
Tony Kukoc, also a Bulls legend, according to United Center.
Yeah.
We are here in lovely Chicago.
People think we're nuts because we've got this set up on top of a garbage can, but that's okay.
This happens every away arena we go to.
It does.
That's okay. Nobody has an appropriate set for ScoopTalk.
No.
Nobody sets it
up. So
up.
we make things happen.
Right. Next season, rafter like CBS over the court.
Love it.
Anyways, we're here because the McDonald's All-American game. Cody Zeller, first Hoosier in 4 years to play in the game. So within a 4-hour driving distance, of course we're going to be there.
Sure, why not? I'd never been here, so, this was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like our 5th trip to Chicago this year,
exactly.
but it's our first
Never
trip to United Center.
We got to check out the Jordan statue on the way out.
It's not quite the Welsh Ryan Arena, but
no,
what is?
It really isn't. It's I mean, that's ambiance right there. That's history, indeed. Anyway, so Cody,
10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Overall, in the first half, he may have been the MVP for the West team.
Yeah. No, I mean, he it took him a while to figure out, I think, what kind of the game is, basically, when it comes to these All-Star games, and really figured out eventually just go cherry pick. And you'll get free dunks, more or less. Just run down the other end.
Right.
Sit there by yourself. Nobody's going to guard you. Just wait to get the ball and dunk on it.
Right. There were really two ways to look at it. He was either getting really back fast on defense, or he was cherry picking.
All right. I think he was both. I mean, he was running the floor well.
He was running the floor well.
Yeah.
But there was a little bit of like shot went up. I'm going the other way.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean,
but you know what?
Really
if you're a big guy, you have to do that in this game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was playing on a team that had Marcus Teague, Austin Rivers, and Mick Kumbongo.
Yeah.
3 very good guards. And
was
Cody,
just the point guards. I mean, they had to.
Yeah, I mean, they had tons of
guards.
And Cody said they weren't as selfish as other guards he has seen play in this game, i.e., look back at the rosters that Tyler and Luke played with, and you probably get a pretty good clue who he's talking about. But still, he did say there were a few plays to go inside, and they just went out the window.
He went out the door, of course. Now, I talked to Gene Pingatore, who was the coach for the West team's legendary coach here at Mount St. Joseph's in, I guess it's Westchester, it's around Chicago. Obviously coached Isaiah Thomas. And also Daryl Thomas, who was here. I got to talk to him.
Right, he's a Hoop Dreams coach.
Indeed, yeah, that too. Anyway, so Pingatore was like, love Zeller. Way too fundamental for this game. Basically, was kind of the way he put it. I don't know if that was how he put it, but then we basically just said, like, guys like him, it doesn't really.
Yeah,
it doesn't
translate.
Really their game. But he looked as impressive as he really could, I think, because he made some really nice passes. He definitely stood out as the guy who's way too fundamental to be playing in an All-Star game. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he set a screen on the first play, and it was just like.
Yeah, he did joke afterwards that between him and his brothers, they're probably the top 3 in screen set.
That I believe.
The Plumleys take umbrage with that because the Plumleys.
They have
Marshall was also set on setting some screens tonight.
It was fun to see those two guys standing next to each other in the block for free throws and stuff like that. They were, basically they were actually boxing each other out because. That's what they do. You're actually supposed to box out to get rebounds. No one else necessarily believes that in this game, but they did.
Cody was trying to get past a guy, and the guy just, I think it was Shane Mahanahan, just turned around and bear hugged Cody backwards. And the official just was standing there, and I was like, foul? Foul?
Did he call a charge on Cody, too?
He did get called a charge, which was just a nice segue because a lot of guys in this game would have tried to dunk over that guy.
Yeah.
And Cody didn't. He tried to drive the lane, go through him, and drew the foul.
Yeah.
But it's also something that Cody does need to work on. All his fundamental skills and his way he manages to be very successful during the course of a game. You did see tonight sometimes where he was just clearly overmatched physically.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's still going to be an issue. I mean, overmatched sounds a little bit strong.
No overmatched, but there were situations in which he got plays in which he got pushed around.
Yeah.
Where he wanted to go somewhere and couldn't get there.
Yeah, exactly. And then not in the sense that he couldn't, again.
It's an All-Star game.
It's an All-Star game. But yeah, I mean, there are still circumstances where he's going against guys that are still thicker than him. You know, and it's going to be an issue, and it might always be an issue. I mean, he might always have to be taking height over bulk,
right?
Basically,
but also he's
use more height and skill over bulk and raw strength,
which his brother Tyler Zeller has been He's been able to do.
Yeah, and also because he's added it on, though. I mean, like Tyler.
Right, he has added it on.
Yeah, I mean, like Cody eventually has got to get to at least 230. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I think closer
to
240.
Probably closer to 240, but he's got to get to 230.
Well, he's 215 now.
Yeah, and I mean, and
he could be to 230. I mean, realistically, if he really goes after it, he could be 225 by November.
Yeah, that could happen.
He's going to eat a lot. He's going to eat a lot. He's going to be there for the summer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
but yeah, no. I mean, the thing is, you're only there for the second half of the summer. That's one thing that's a little bit different for college kids is they get there in like June. Well, the rest of the kids, you know, summer began in end of May. It's an extra month, or it's probably mid to late June. Plus
but Cody is close enough that he can go back and forth. And
true, but it's an issue. I mean, it's
an issue, but he can be more around the program and more around Janae Jackson.
True.
Than say a kid that's in Victor Oladipo and Will Sheehy could have been.
Right. Absolutely. No, it's definitely an issue, but you know, it's still tough. You know, first year, it's always an issue. Everything he definitely gets up to 220, maybe he gets up to 225. That'd be a real productive summer for Cody, and he could eventually get to 240. I think if he's 230, 235 by his sophomore year, you're going to see a huge leap. I think that's where you're really going to find out how much of an impact he can make.
Let's talk national guys for a minute. I mean, this is the 24 best prospects in the country.
Yeah.
24 of the best. You can argue whatever else, but 24 great players.
True. No, really high level guys.
Which guys? Let's ask you real fast. Sorry, before you go diatribe.
Yeah.
Which guy impressed you the most? Which was the one guy that maybe you didn't really have seen a lot coming into today, but you go, that guy's special.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Who actually stood out and had terrible numbers was Mick Kabongo.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like I don't think he did anything. Nothing showed up in the stat sheet because he didn't finish. But when you see that kid just dribble drive, it was ridiculous.
Little DJ Augustine in him.
Yeah.
Which I make the comparison because he's going to Texas.
Right, exactly. But I mean, just his ability just to cross people up and cross people over. He embarrassed some people. And I don't know what that means. I guess again, it's an all-star game, so you don't really get to find out. Are they good or are they not? But I mean, there was more than a few places where you're like, whoa.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
For me,
Austin Rivers was excellent. Michael Gilchrist was excellent.
Right. I remember Michael Gilchrist 2 years ago. I saw him in LeBron, and he absolutely dominated. And after that summer, every national recruiting analyst said, this guy is by far the number one prospect in the country, no matter what class. And then they got tired of him.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's the best reason I come up with, because he's still that guy. Like Anthony Davis burst out on the scene, and he's a great player.
Outstanding plays.
And Davis made some outstanding plays, but for my money, like, they're both going to go to Kentucky, and if you think one guy that's just really going to have a great impact on Kentucky next season, is really going to flourish in that offense, it's Michael Gilchrist.
It's true, but I think they all will. I mean, really, as good as this current group is, but this class is closer to last year's class.
And they may actually be better suited for the offense.
Yeah, in some ways. I don't know that they're all overall better players. But
they're not overall better players, but I think they're better suited for what John Calipari's vision
is. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think any of the bigs is better than Cousins, straight up talent. I don't think any of the players is better than Wall. But Gilchrist is special, and Teague obviously is a special talent. I think
and Kyle Wilson, he's a little awkward.
Yeah.
But he has an old man's game.
Yeah, he does, which is interesting because you would not think it fits with Kentucky. I mean, he had that like old school like hook shot that your dad tells you should develop. No matter how tall you are, your dad.
I saw the Kevin McHale comparison, and that made a lot of sense.
Sure, it did. Exactly. No, I mean it was an old school hook shot.
So anyways, let's say it goes back to Indiana, because people really dislike it when we compliment Kentucky.
Really dislike it. We're gonna get beat up for that.
So anyways,
that's not gonna go well.
Kentucky's gonna come to Bloomington, and it's gonna be really exciting because Indiana's gonna be a lot better. Kentucky's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah.
Or Kentucky's gonna beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have really special freshmen like they did 2 years ago when they came to Bloomington, and everyone just kind of wanted to see what Indiana could do with them. I think it's gonna be a similar game. To that, but Indiana's going to be more physically there because they're going to have juniors and seniors and some special sophomores and freshmen.
Of course. And then yet again, next year when it goes back to Lexington. That is.
John hasn't even started recruiting 2012.
You know what we're really doing?
He doesn't even start like.
No, Tom's way ahead of him in that game.
Yeah, he's like September. He'll just like pick up the phone, call 5 guys in the top 20, and go in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Works for me. Yeah. No.
Take what the phone call means, whatever you want. Worldwide West was here.
I didn't see him.
Worldwide West was courtside.
I don't know if I've ever seen him.
Friend of the Kentucky program.
Exactly. And
also agent runner and best friend of Jay-Z.
All that stuff. And
never going to be invited in an assembly hall.
No, not so much.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Anything else we should say?
No. You know what was interesting? I'll say this: the 4 Final Four teams, Kentucky's the only one who had a participant.
Yeah, well,
UConn didn't even have anybody in the game.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a surprise. The other two, you don't see a lot of them. You don't see a lot of Butler and VCU guys.
Andy Smethers just missed.
Just barely.
Sorry, I like Andy, but it was the first period that popped in my mind.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for watching.